What's up, everyone? Today we're talking about a lens category that almost every photographer eventually runs into. At some point, we all ask the same question. Do we really need expensive professional lenses, or can a budget zoom get the job done? And honestly, for a lot of people, budget lenses are perfectly fine. Modern optics have gotten incredibly good, and even affordable zoom lenses can produce impressive results. But then there's another side to the story. If you look at the gear bags of working professionals, commercial photographers, documentary shooters, wedding photographers, and cinematographers, you'll notice something interesting. Many of them continue investing thousands of dollars into premium lenses even when cheaper alternatives exist. Today we're looking at one of the clearest examples of that philosophy, the Nikon Z 24-70mm f2.8s. Let's get into it. If we could only carry one lens for an entire project, there's a good chance it would be something in the 24 to 70mm range. And that's exactly why this focal length has become such an important part of professional photography. At 24mm, we can shoot landscapes, architecture, environmental portraits, travel scenes, and documentary work. Move toward the middle of the zoom range and we get natural perspectives that work beautifully for street photography and everyday shooting. Push out to 70mm and suddenly we're creating flattering portraits with strong subject separation. That's the magic of a lens like this. It doesn't force us into one style of photography. Instead, it adapts to almost anything we want to shoot. For many professionals, versatility isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Clients don't always wait while we switch lenses every few minutes. Sometimes we need one lens that can handle an entire assignment, and that's where the Nikon Z 24-70mm f2.8s begins to justify its reputation. One thing that separates premium lenses from many budget options isn't always sharpness, it's consistency. A budget lens might produce excellent results in ideal conditions, but professionals need predictable performance in every condition. The Nikon Z 24-70mm f2.8s maintains a constant f2.8 aperture throughout the entire zoom range. Whether we're shooting at 24mm or 70mm, exposure remains consistent. That matters more than many people realize. For photographers, it means predictable settings. For videographers, it means smooth zoom transitions without exposure shifts. And for professionals working under pressure, consistency becomes one less thing to worry about. Nikon also built this lens as part of its S-Line series, which represents its company's highest optical standards. The lens uses an advanced optical design featuring multiple aspherical elements, ED glass elements, nano crystal coat technology, and Arneo coating. All of that technical language translates to something simple: cleaner images, better contrast, reduced ghosting, and stronger performance in challenging lighting situations. One thing we hear all the time is that modern lenses are all sharp, and that's mostly true, but sharpness alone doesn't tell the whole story. What often separates premium lenses is how they render an image. The Nikon Z 24-70mm f2.8s produces images that feel clean, detailed, and natural from edge to edge. Fine textures remain intact, contrast looks strong without feeling harsh, colors maintain depth and separation. Then there's the bokeh. A lens like this isn't designed to create the extreme background blur of an 85mm prime. But thanks to the constant f2.8 aperture and 9 rounded diaphragm blades, background separation still looks smooth and pleasing. The result is a lens that can create professional-looking images across a huge range of shooting situations, and that's exactly what working photographers need. The Nikon Z 24-70 f2.8s uses Nikon's multi-focus system powered by stepping motors. In practical terms, that means autofocus is fast, quiet, and extremely precise. For photographers, it helps keep subjects sharp even during unpredictable moments. For filmmakers, quiet operation becomes equally important because microphone recordings aren't interrupted by noisy focus motors. But what stands out most is how seamlessly the lens integrates with Nikon's modern autofocus systems: eye detection, subject tracking, continuous autofocus. Everything works together to create a shooting experience that feels dependable rather than distracting. And when you're covering an event, shooting a documentary, or working with clients, dependable is exactly what you want. Professional gear gets used hard. That's simply reality. Lenses get carried through airports, hiking trails, city streets, weddings, production sets, and unpredictable weather. The Nikon Z 2470 f2.8s was clearly designed with that reality in mind. The lens features weather-resistant construction, internal focusing, fluorine cuttings, and robust physical controls. At roughly 805 grams, it isn't the lightest lens in Nikon's lineup, but considering its capabilities, the balance feels reasonable. More importantly, it feels like a tool built for years of use rather than occasional weekend photography. And for professionals, durability isn't just a bonus feature, it's part of the investment. Here's the reality. Budget zooms have never been better. For hobbyists, enthusiasts, and many content creators, they offer tremendous value. But professionals aren't simply buying specifications, they're buying reliability, they're buying consistency, they're buying confidence. A professional assignment often can't be repeated. The moment happens once, the shot happens once, the client expects results every time. That's why lenses like the Nikon Z 2470 f2.8s continue to occupy such an important place in professional camera bags. Not because cheaper lenses are bad, but because premium lenses remove variables. And when your reputation depends on the final image, removing variables becomes incredibly valuable. After looking at everything the Nikon Z 2470 f2.8s brings to the table, it's easy to understand why it remains one of the most important lenses in Nikon Z lineup. The focal range is versatile enough for almost any genre of photography. The optical quality lives up to Nikon's S-line reputation, the autofocus system feels modern and dependable, and the video-focused improvements make it equally appealing for filmmakers. Most importantly, it delivers the kind of consistency that professionals depend on every single day. That's really the difference between a premium zoom and a budget alternative. It's not always about sharper images, it's about trust. The trust that no matter what assignment lands in front of us, the lens is ready to deliver. And that's exactly why so many professionals continue reaching for lenses like the Nikon Z 2470 f2.8s year after year. So what do you think? Is a premium f2.8 zoom worth the investment, or would you rather save money and go with a budget alternative? Let us know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone building their Nikon kit. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.